I like your glasses.
Thank you. These are my new
John Lennon ones.
goggles. Yeah.
Once you said you look like a beetle.
I fucking look like a beetle.
It's just because of the bangs. I've actually been told I look like a beetle before. I've been told I look like Ringo. Thanks. Not even the cutest one.
Okay, on the count of
Probably
three.
because of my nose.
On the count of three, though, the cutest one. Ready? 1, 2, 3. George. It's obvious.
I like when I was little, I liked Paul because my sisters did. And then I liked John, but John's not like attractive to me. But then like George, like probably since I've been a teen, my favorite Beatle.
He is best. He is the best Beatle.
He is.
But anyway,
hands down.
Welcome everyone. This is fit on my computer. Sorry. This is Covers Under Covers. Welcome again.
Hi.
To be honest, major brain fart. I just consumed a fuck ton of Dunkin' Donuts a bit later in the day.
Do you get vanilla or do you get caramel? What do you get? I
get a medium iced sugar-free vanilla latte with oat milk.
Okay.
Yes. And now I have to massively shit, but I'm gonna let it brew.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let it brew. So
you can
after this is done,
suck it back in, and then it'll just like dissipate and then come back out later.
I'm prairie dogging, dude. I'm fucking. It's just.
Do you need to go?
No, I'm fine.
We'll do the like on hold music. I'm like, like the 1960s, like humming, like da 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 da. You know.
No, I'll be okay. I'll be okay.
So today we're doing all dream covers, right?
Huh?
We're doing all dream covers today.
We don't have our own cover?
Dream covers, right?
Oh.
I thought that's what you said.
Oh no, I thought like Frez's segment.
Oh man, I didn't pick a cover. Oops.
I love that.
That's cool. I'm excited to talk about my dream cover.
Okay.
I'll use that as my cover today.
But you know, and that's fine. That's the whole thing is like, that's what I tell people.
Sorry.
When people, no, it's fine.
I printed out stuff because I'm a dork because I'm using my phone. I printed out like what people responded to. So that's cool.
Yeah. So let's talk about some dream covers. I have a playlist of like potential covers that like I just want to talk about at some point. Like, you know, when we do actual covers, not dream covers, but this week, and if you can hear my mother, I am so sorry. This woman is a Latin woman. She is loud as fuck. Anyway, I'm so sorry. I don't have a dream cover.
I thought we said earlier, this because also Brenda and I communicate like Instagram, texting, and we're like two different things. And I was like, okay, yeah, cool. And I'm also working. So I was just like, yeah, cool. Okay. I got a dream cover. Like, I thought you were like, yeah, let's do dream covers today. And I was like, cool. That's what I have. I didn't even like look at any covers today. Okay. It's fine.
No, you know what? Let's damage control. You ready? We'll talk about dream covers and I'll share my nightmare cover of the week because I got one.
Oh, you know what? I can talk about a cover I don't like. I'm totally fine with that too.
You want to talk shit?
Or actually, I have we talked about earlier about talking about covers that are better than the original, or like that's an opinion, obviously. So I have one right off the bat, like that I prefer over the original. So we can do that.
Okay. I to be honest, I have so much pent up aggression and garbage towards the cover that I just don't like.
I'm excited.
So I'll talk about that.
Talk about it.
Anyway, let's just pretend this never happened. Hi everyone. Welcome to Covers Under Covers with me, Brenda.
And me, Maria.
A little different episode today. We're not gonna, well, kind of, right? We're gonna talk about, to be honest, we didn't have a set plan. We're kind of just fucking going for it. But did I go first last week? I did. So it's your turn.
Yes. Okay. So wait, what are we doing?
We're doing what we want.
Do we want to talk about the cover that we think is better than the original?
How about you do
my dream cover?
Yeah, you do your dream cover and I'll do my nightmare cover.
Okay.
How about that? Okay.
Dreams and nightmares. That's
yeah.
Because
you're the positivity amongst the both of us, and I'm just you know.
That's not true. But
kidding. Okay, go.
Yeah, I asked a lot of people about their dream covers, and then because I've had one like brewing for like weeks that I completely forget about every week. Every week I keep forgetting to ask people like about their dream covers, all that. And so I was wanting to talk about my dream cover. So I didn't even like get my CD out because I don't even have the record because it's so expensive, the original. So I would love, so there's an album called Breath from Another. I think it's Breath, not Breathe. Pretty sure it's Breath, considering it's like one of my favorite albums. It's by Estero. And Estero, have you ever heard of Estero?
Oh, okay.
So Estero is from like the late 90s, early 2000s. I think Breath from Another came out in like 98 or something. See, I didn't even do research. It's one of my favorite like late 90s albums. I listen to it still a lot. I love that album. She's from Canada. I think they were a duo. And she has a beautiful voice. Her voice, there's actually videos after this if you want to take a look of her. She can emulate and she can imitate Bjork like very well, actually.
Oh my God, wait, shut up. Your story that you posted about her saying hardcore.
It's like hardcore.
Hardcore.
She's so cute. I know. I just love the way she says every word.
Hardcore music.
Yeah, so she can like imitate Bjork like really well. That's how beautiful her voice is as well. And that's not easy to do, like to really sound like Bjork. And so anyways, there's a song on Breath from Another called Superheroes, which if you know the Estero album, like that's probably like if you go on Spotify, that's going to be like the #1 song. I think that's actually played from that album. And I would love to hear SZA cover it because I love SZA's like little raspy. There's just a quality to her voice that I really like. And I feel that she can do it justice. It's like one of my favorite songs. And I don't know, like I think I was showering and I was like, yeah.
Wait, what
I'm like,
song?
Just yeah.
Song?
Superheroes.
Superhero. Okay.
Yeah, it's a really beautiful. You're gonna like it. You're gonna like it a lot. It's a really like super. I don't know. It's very like romantic and like. I can explain it. It's just like it's very 90s, but also I feel like it is timeless too. Like when I listen to it still, I mean, I think that's why I listen to it. I don't feel like the songs that you listen to a lot are, I mean, there are some very aged songs where you're like, oh yeah, that's very, 80s or 90s and that should stay there and that's not timeless. I feel like Superheroes is kind of a timeless song. It's really beautiful. And yeah, so my dream cover would be SZA covering Estero's Superheroes.
I love SZA.
Yeah, and she's a Grammy winner now. Her and Doja Cat. Yeah. But she broke her foot like I guess the morning of, or this story is kind of weird. She said she fell off her bed and she thought she just sprained her ankle. So she just went to the Grammys with like crutches, but she ended up having a broken foot. So she was walking on a broken foot that, or a broken ankle. I think it's a broken foot that
Oh,
the
with crutches.
Grammys.
I didn't know what that was exactly. Okay.
Yeah. So she has like a broken foot, but her
Yeah.
dress was beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah.
She
She
was
looked great.
pretty.
She
I
always
didn't
looks
even
amazing.
watch it. I'm just like talking about images I saw on Instagram and internet.
There was a lot of controversy behind the Grammys. I have a group chat with some cool people in the vinyl community, and we were kind of getting into it, not like arguing, but we were just like really talking about like what constitutes album of the year, because obviously um
Oh
John
yeah.
Batiste, you know,
Yeah.
won album of the year, and so people were like, I've never, like me for example, I'd never heard of that album.
Yeah.
I knew he came out with something because I watch Colbert occasionally,
Yeah.
like on YouTube, and I know him from that. But people were, and I felt awful about this because people were like, John Batiste comes from like a really famous jazz family from like, I forget where he's from. Um,
I
and
think is he from New Orleans or something? I forget where he's
maybe,
from.
yeah, I think he's
Hmm.
from the South, but yeah, and they're saying all of these incredible things about him, like where he went to school and blah blah blah, and I'm like, oh shit. And it's kind of like the whole Beck situation. Remember when
Yeah.
Beck won over Beyonce?
Yeah. What is it called? Morning phase.
Yeah,
Oh, that
it's
caused an uproar. And so did it's just, that's why I'm saying it's just like a matter of opinion, like anything.
yeah,
It's like someone's gonna be upset at what about the winner, like, oh, I've been, it's just like it sucks because there's
yeah.
always gonna be a loser and there's gonna be fans of the loser that are pissed. Um and yeah, I think I haven't actually listened to his album, but I do like him. Um but I remember the same thing when War on Drugs won. People were pissed.
Love War on Drugs though. Who
So
did
do
they beat
I.
out?
I don't know, probably someone like Beyonce or something like that, like
Yeah,
some big artists. Um, and they did have a great album, but people were pissed. There was a lot of like anger because they're like, but they've been like playing music for a really long time. Like these guys are in their 40s, but they just recently got, popular. They've been putting in the work, but that's just like, I think that's like everybody. That's like when people get like best new artist, but like SZA was got best new artist, I think, or Doja, one of them got nominated or something. And I'm like, these girls have been putting in work for like 10 years.
Glass Animals also. Glass Animals was
Yeah.
nominated. Phineas was nominated.
Yeah.
And I think another one that I guess kind of made sense. Japanese Breakfast was nominated.
Oh no, she was nominated for like best new artist. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's like
And she's been putting work in. That's what I'm saying. Like
yeah,
10, 15 years.
she's been. I think Jubilee like really shot her through like
Yeah, for sure.
the more mainstream. All even then, a lot of people don't know who she is, but she's always been putting great music out. But I was gonna say, yeah, and it brought up a good point about like what they base like their decisions on, because it's like an
Exactly. You don't
academy
know.
of people. It's not like you and me, it's people who are
Right.
actual like, you know, I mean, it's the fucking Grammys, right?
Right.
um and in my head I was thinking, oh, like I heard Sour by Olivia Rodrigo like everywhere, like that woman took the world by storm with that album, so I was like almost positive that she would win. So and I wasn't watching live, they told me in the group chat that he won, and I was so confused because I was like, wait, what are they? And then someone was like, well, they don't really look at like how popular or
Popularity.
how good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's about
that's
just I'm not
musician
sure what
thing.
they're, yeah, exactly. And he's like a
Yeah.
wonderful musician and he really is. I was actually kind of happy. I like when the underdog wins. I do. I'm
I was
always rooting for
really,
the underdog.
speaking of award shows, I checked the DMs in the Covers Under Covers account.
Mhm.
Justin said we shouldn't talk about Will Smith. I think we should talk about Will
Why
Smith
did I
now.
say that? He's trying to start drama.
I think we should start.
Yeah. Man, that's
we don't,
crazy.
let's not. Everyone,
I feel like everyone's been talking about it.
yeah, even just bringing it up is just like, it's beating a dead horse.
Yeah. I think the
But
bottom line for me is like, there's like, it's not gray. It's very black and white. Like you should never hit anybody.
well,
But I don't know. It's just, yeah, like the world is like split on this like completely. Like I'm seeing people like just go crazy over this.
yeah, it's like,
Even my
remember,
mom said something to me. I was like, what? Like she was just like, did you see? I was like, oh my God, she's 82 years old. And she
God,
never watches the Oscars and she happened to watch it this year. So it was like, and I'm like, why don't we talk about, because I read about it. I'm like, let's talk about John Wayne wanting to hit a Native American woman at the Oscars, like 5 men having to hold him back because all she said was she doesn't like the way that Native Americans are portrayed in the media or in
valid,
television. And
valid.
he wanted to punch her on stage. I'm like, that's pretty bad too.
Men are so emotional. Anyway,
Anyways, yeah,
but,
that could be, that's a whole debate.
can I, okay, also I have to be fucking careful, okay? Because someone on Instagram said something in my DMs, and it wasn't a rude comment, but we were talking about something about like men liking predominantly like fan base, or I can't speak, men being a part of a fan base that is predominantly like made up of women. And it went in this conversation. It was a really great conversation. And he was like, I'm glad we can agree on this because I didn't think that you would be someone that I would agree with because yeah, or like something along
Thank
the lines
you.
of, yeah, because because all I talk about really is like how much I just don't like men.
Right.
And I didn't realize that I was coming off as like a
A man hater.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
I need to be careful, but
I
anyway,
know.
I can't go down that hole. Anyway, you can go down my hole, just kidding.
So
Anyway,
see, she's not a man hater.
listen, are men emotional and violent? Some
Yeah.
of them are, yes. There are a select few that are incredible. And if you are one of those select few, slide in my DMs. Picture this. It's a fucking slip and slide. Welcome. Come on in. I lubed up the floor for you. Slide in. Easy slip. Come on. Come inside.
Whoa.
That turns into like a weird like
I'm like,
you're not even, this is my podcast now.
I'm like, I'm done here.
You like
folks.
leave.
My work's done. I said my dream cover. She can take over.
Ew, anyway, this went on a really weird route. Okay, so my nightmare cover. You know this. I sent it to you.
It exists already?
It exists.
Oh, when did you send it to me?
This past week. Ladies and gentlemen, I am a hater before I am anything else. Okay. Am I a music lover? Yeah. Is music like completely subjective? Absolutely. But Machine Gun Kelly doing Aerials by System of a Down.
Oh, that one. It was a live version of it. Yes.
Homeboy.
Yeah, it was kind of bad.
It was not good.
It was like Ariel. It's like if I sang it and I'm not a singer.
In the sky, when you lose small mind, you free your life. Life is a waterfall. We take from the river, then we turn around and put up a wall.
He could have easily like went up a little bit on like certain parts.
Right.
And listen, I'm not saying it's easy to sing a System of a Down song.
No,
But
that's
I watched
hard.
some
I tried in
people-
my car. It's not easy.
Yeah.
I'm
watched
from
some people try
Glendale.
to
I live
emulate
in
it.
Glendale, so you have to listen. They're from Glendale. They're Armenians from Glendale. You have to listen to System of a Down here. Like it's
Yes.
just part of
It's
life
just-
here. Just kidding.
It's the initiation, right?
Right.
But yeah, so I was watching people like try to emulate what he did, like what Surge did and like the original.
Yeah.
But and it
It's
was like,
impossible.
well, listen, it's impossible to do it well. And I love that he opened before he sang it, he was saying like, oh, System of a Down is untouchable. Okay, then don't touch it.
But 1, 2, 3, 4.
Ariel.
Oh
No,
man.
but I love
I think he thought he could.
if you're listening, you can't see this, but he was just like this the whole time.
But Brenda put the video in. You have to put in like at
Have
least the
to.
first like 5 seconds of him like Ariel. It's so bad.
Yeah, it was like, I'll give him this. He went pretty deep.
Yeah. I
And
didn't
it
even watch the
stayed
whole
there.
thing because of that
Yeah.
reason.
It was like if he deep dived and then stayed underwater.
You know what was cute on that video? Do you like Le Tigre?
Yeah.
Okay, JD Samson is in Le Tigre, right? And she commented, or he, I'm sorry, he commented, it's not that bad.
you
It
see
was like the
that?
top comment because I follow him. So he
Yeah.
was like, it's not that bad. And then people were liking it. I was like, oh, you're sweet.
I could be totally wrong about this, but I think that someone from System of a Down listened to it and said, I need to look this up and let me fact check. I think they listened to it and they said that they said something that was like, I don't know if this was like a made up like
Like a good thing.
I think so. There's this article with the clip of the cover, and before they put the cover, they just said, watch the performance below if you're into that. Who fucking reached out? Someone made a comment about him and said like, well, he tried.
But
I think who
was it
was it?
Serge? It wouldn't
No,
be
it
Serge.
wasn't.
Too busy saving the world. Like I wouldn't comment if I was him.
Oh, okay. Here we go. This is even better than I thought. System of a Down guitarist chimes in on MGK cover of Aerials. Ready? I can't hate the guy for giving it a shot.
It's very
Oh,
yeah,
it's Darren.
that's very nice. That is like a very nice mean thing to say.
Yeah, he was like, I don't know much about Machine Gun Kelly. It's always an honor when someone covers your song, so I can't hate the guy.
That's
for giving it a shot."
nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I imagine myself being in a position where someone like just kind of like jacks up my song, but it's still like they're still trying to like honor you in your own little way. So
Yeah.
you got to take it.
He's nice. The guy was nice, but I'm not nice. I'm not a good person. So I'll say Machine Gun Kelly is not, and I've said it before on this podcast. I will happily start beef.
He's
with
not
Machine Gun
great.
Kelly.
Yeah, he's not the greatest. Definitely.
What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do to me? Cry?
Nothing. He'll probably send
Done being a hater for this
Megan
episode.
Fox. That's hater time.
Hater
We need a
time.
jingle. Hater time. Yeah. Okay, so I should recognize people that actually took time out of their day to comment on the questions we asked. Did anyone answer on like the covers under covers page, or they just like
For
answered
dream
me?
covers, no. But
Okay.
for everything else, I got a weird list of topics.
Really? Oh
Okay.
yeah, you said give us some topics. That's what you
Yeah.
said. What did
I
they
got a
s-
funky list. I got a mixture of everything. And we won't dive into it today. Let's do more dream covers.
Okay.
But some of them are really good. So, like this, another one, or where is it? So Rolando, he's September. His username is September 29th. Very specific date. Rolando, what's that about?
Is that your birthday?
What happened? September 29th, Rolando. It's like a it's like a dramatic thing. Like, I'm so sorry.
He's like, my mom died.
Like, oh shit, sorry, man. So I guess we'll talk about this another time, but he brought up a really great argument about Record Store Day and the kind of records that have been pumped out within the past few years. Just like vinyl news. I think that would be, pretty
Yeah,
good
yeah,
topic.
for
And
sure.
we'll probably do that more closer to actually Record Store Day soon.
Coming up like in 2 weeks or something.
Yeah, so
In
we'll
fact,
do that.
like the only thing I really want's a UK release, and I need to find somebody, or I think I have somebody. I think Billy, if you're out there, Billy from the Netherlands, she's gonna try to get it for me. It's Liz Fraser's album. It's called like The Sun. I forget. It's like her own. It's like not Cocteau Twins. It's like another band with her husband, who was he in Massive Attack? I forget what her husband.
is in Massive Attack.
Yeah, I forget her partner was in. I think he was in Massive Attack. Her new partner. Well, he's been her partner for a few years. They have a project together, and that's coming out Record Store Day in the UK. So that's what I really want, and I forget the name of it. It's like The Sun something. Just because it's Liz Fraser, I don't care what
Yeah.
she does. I want it.
Blindly trust.
Give it to me.
Yeah. Someone said music, perhaps songs, or perhaps even albums.
Oh, good idea. Good.
That was
sir.
the win, Jaker. That's Jake. Jake literally just lives to troll me.
Yeah, just a troll.
Vinyl Benji said airplane food.
Okay, that's a good topic.
_vinyl_only. Grail Records, upcoming releases, recent finds. Records with Zach said feet, not for free, Zach.
Yeah, follow us on our foot page.
Musically, Toto says best albums of the year so far, but to be honest with you, I haven't been listening to a lot of new albums. Have you?
Have I?
Like this year? Like
I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe. I'm trying to think of I feel like I've been listening to like a lot of older stuff lately. And but I do listen to like new I pride myself on not being one of those people that only listens to like old music all the time because of my age, because like people my age normal people tend to be like, it takes work to like keep up with new music. It does.
It really
it's
does.
time consuming.
It does.
I have no time. Just kidding. Yeah, it's a job, but I like it. It's like it's a passion, so it's not like I don't like it. But anyways, I should talk about what people did respond about their dream covers, or people that were like, you know what, it's been done. My dream cover exists. This is what it is.
Yeah, people who misunderstood the question.
No, I did ask. I said, or does it already exist? Is there a song that like you absolutely like? If this is a dream, like yeah.
I'm just making fun of how we asked the first time, and we did not specify like at all. You're just like
The first time they just were like, well, first of all, Justin answered me and just gave me like a person and just a band. And I was like, well, what song? And they're like, he's like, oh, I don't know. I'm like, that's a C. Anyways, okay. So last week when I asked Mother Earth, our friend Mother Earth,
Taylor,
I wonder, like, I feel like I don't like my Instagram. I don't see people's posts a lot. And I'm like, when's the last time I saw Taylor's posts?
I don't think she's posted it.
She hasn't. Huh? Okay, good.
Fun fact for anyone who's interested, Instagram lets you sort through and favorite certain accounts so you can see them first. And I'm so happy because the algorithm was just so whack. But I know this because I have her set as one of the people that
I don't know how to do that.
And I was correct. The last time she shared was February 2nd.
Okay, that was a while ago. What's up, Taylor? Why aren't you posting?
Give us content, Taylor. She's like going through a tough time or something.
I'm sorry, Taylor.
We're just like pressuring her.
You have farm animals and we don't, so that is time consuming.
She's busy.
And you have a child.
Grocery dudes and turning down Chads.
Exactly. Okay, she said 21 Savage, give me back my bullets. I know it sounds weird, but it makes sense in my head. So I have to go and wait, who does Give Me Back My
Who am I?
Bullets?
Let's see.
We have to look
Give me
into
back
that.
my bullets.
Give Me Back My Bullets. It's probably a rap song because it's Taylor. Am I like stupid and it's like a
Guess one more time.
what is it?
Leonard Skinnerd.
Oh, okay, 21 Savage.
I
Interesting.
really want to get into Leonard Skinnerd. Where do I
A lot
even
of people-
start?
A lot of people like them.
I like the name.
I have a album, but it's Justin's. I don't really
They
listen to
also
them.
died in a plane crash, right?
All of them. I'm not sure. I don't know a lot
I
about
don't think
them.
all of them, but
They're
I
a
know
very
that-
iconic band, though. Leonard Skinnerd. Okay, Vinyl Detroit. Brian. He responded today and last week. Thank you, Brian. You're a good person. It's because you have a podcast and you know
Yeah.
work.
It's
Your
it's better
podcast
than
is-
ours, though.
Your podcast is like
Really good.
legit. You talk to people, you have background, you interview like legit people. You made a record label come to Instagram and like start a page. They're like, after Brian interviewed them, they're like, we're gonna start our page. Like because it's very professional, Brian, and you should just quit your job.
For the little tiny podcaster.
Okay, he said last week, I got two good ones actually. And I'm hoping none of them exist already. I don't think they do. Monica Martin, which we love in our house. We love Monica Martin. A Fox covering the 5 steps. Oh, child, which I have to listen to. But Monica Martin, you should look into her. Dreamy voice, beautiful voice.
Monica Martin.
Yes. So she's part of a group called Fox, but she's also done like she works with a lot of people. I think she even lives here in LA. Justin loves her. He follows her all the time. I think he follows her like creepily. Just kidding. Cut that out. Okay. This is a really good one from Matt. It's me, Matt. This is a really good, very specific dream cover. Micro Castle era Deer Hunter, which is great. I love Deer Hunter, covering the entire David Bowie Low album. And I was like, that is
so
very
good, yeah.
specific and amazing. That sounds
Yes.
great.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Matt, for telling me that. Here's a cover that someone's like, here's a cover that's like, this is a perfect cover already. It doesn't need to be changed. I don't need to give you a dream cover. Darling Nikki, covered by the Foo Fighters by Prince, right?
Yeah,
Wasn't that a Prince?
yeah.
She's like, this is Stacy, almost as great as the original. Yeah, I remember when it came out. It's pretty good.
I did not know that existed.
Yeah, Darling
I love
Nikki.
that song.
Yeah, that's a good song. In a Dutch Haze, G, we're not going to try to say your name because even your girlfriend Brittany doesn't say your name. So we're not going to do her like that and try to say your name. He said, in a Dutch Haze, this is G. Jay Mascis. Oh, this is a cover that already exists. Jay Mascis covering Mazzy Star's Fade Into You. It is an amazing cover. I agree with you. It's very good. Have you
Good.
heard that?
Now I will.
It's so good. It's so good because Jay Mascis's voice is so different than Hope Sandoval. We have another Mazzy Star cover. Miracles and Wonders, Victor. He said a favorite at the moment is 5 String Serenade by Mazzy Star. I love that song.
Ooh.
He said a cover of a love song, Simplistic Beauty. He didn't say who though. I'm like, well, who's gonna cover it?
One. Me.
He's just like anyone. No, no, my response was really who can cover Hope Sandoval. Like her voice. I love her.
Wait,
Mazzy Star.
that's a good question though.
Like
Who
who,
can't
I
cover
mean,
her?
anyone can, obviously Jay Mascis from Dinosaur Jr. did, but it's a completely different cover. But are we looking for something completely different? I think when it's like someone like Hope Sandoval or Mazzy Star, you're gonna want to go like that direction of like it's completely different versus like it sounds exactly like Mazzy Star. They're trying to emulate her or whatever. But I love Five String Serenade, so I would really, I want to think about that. Turn Your Love Around said Childish Gambino, So Into You, which is I love that cover. It's on, I think it might be the show that I was talking to you about. What was that show on YouTube? That's
Dive into each song
it's
in
like,
depth.
yeah. No, it's not. It's like a covers only YouTube thing.
Yeah.
So
I know what channel you're talking about.
Childish Gambino did So Into You by Tamia. So good.
I love Childish
Okay.
Gambino. He's awesome.
It's a beautiful cover. Brian, again, Vinyl Detroit, he said New Order's Age of Consent covered by the National. I don't know if that exists.
They did
If
that?
it does, I don't know if he's saying he wants to hear that or if it already exists. If it already exists, I'm sure Brian knows. I'm going to look into it, but if not, that
Can I
sounds
say-
great.
I want to stop us right here and tell you the stupidest thing I've ever Googled. I Googled the National and then the song Age of Consent, but all together it just looks like I Googled the
The
National,
National Age of Consent. And they're like, that would be 18 or 20.
If for whatever
You know-
reason,
Did you know
like,
that
I was
the Age
framed
of
for a crime.
Consent
Huh?
in Mexico is 14, isn't it?
That is overwhelming information.
Yeah,
That's bad.
I think
Um,
it is. I have to look it up again. I hope I'm
yeah.
not saying something wrong.
I don't want to. I'm gonna delete this from my browser history in case. Anyway,
Wait, I have one more. It's Justin. This is the one that he's didn't really give me the rate. He said, cheesy, but I want to hear that Irish guy, Hosier spelling, do a cover of Soundgarden. And I was like, well, what cover from Soundgarden? And he said, Black Hole Sun, probably, because he thinks Hosier can like has the range. Actually, he probably does. Is that how you say it? Hosier or Hosier?
I say Hosier?
I don't know.
But
Oh
I
my
could
gosh.
be totally wrong.
I think it's Hosier, and I'm trying to make it French.
I don't know. I think
Hosier,
it's Hosier.
Hosier. I don't know. Anyways,
But
so
Sure.
he thinks that we've talked about this before, where we've talked about the range of Chris Cornell, and he thinks that he can probably reach that range.
I think so too.
Yeah,
I think that he's
even though haven't heard his music in a long time, and I'm trying to like.
quite the fan base. He has quite
Yeah,
a
he
following.
does. He does.
I know. I feel like I want to. Oh my god! Can I tell you the cover that I did want to talk about today?
What?
I'll just mention it just briefly because I know I'm gonna forget in the future to bring it up for an episode. But one of my favorite covers of all time. It's not better than the original, but it's so damn close. It's. And the first time I ever heard it was on Stranger Things. And it was
Okay.
a really powerful moment when the boys think that they discovered Will's body in the lake.
Oh yeah. What song was that?
It was Heroes by Peter Gabriel. covered by Peter
Oh
Gabriel.
God, that sounds.
And
I love Peter
to
Gabriel.
listen to that song for the first time in such an emotionally charged scene was amazing.
Oh, sorry.
I was
That's-
so
I want to go back to that scene now because I don't remember that.
there's a clip on YouTube too, like because I wanted to dig up some info on it before when I like was thinking about maybe like talking about this today.
Yeah.
And I looked it up on YouTube. I didn't find much about like I don't know if there was like a story behind it or whatever. but,
Yeah.
but I saw the clip and I could not watch it because like, first of all, those kids just their acting is incredible.
So
And
good.
that song, it's just like if I could describe that cover with just one word, it would be strings. Because the
Oh.
strings in that song, the progression and how it just really turns like I could be curling my hair and I'll listen to that song and I'll think, yeah, like the last strand of hair, I'm curling it. Like, you know, we're like turn anything into this epic moment.
Everything's like beautiful. Yeah.
It makes everything feel like an epic. That's why
That's
I love it so
awesome.
much. It's so
I have
good.
to listen to it. I don't know if I mean, I obviously watched Stranger Things, but it hasn't been on in a long time, so I haven't seen it in a long time. So I have to go back and listen to that cover. I really like that cover. I feel like I was we were going to talk about covers that we like better than the original. I had one right immediately off the, like, I already thought about it. And it's not necessarily better than the original either, because I love the original, and the original is like one of my favorite artists of all time. But I love Nirvana's cover of David Bowie's The Man That Stole the World. Am I just Ione sold the world? She's all dying of laughter over here. Why did I say that? The man that sold the world. Stole it, sold it. You know what I meant.
Profits were made.
She's like in the side, and I'm just like, what? What did I say? They do that all the time. The Man That Sold the World by David Bowie. I love Nirvana's cover, which is on the Unplugged album, Nirvana's Unplugged album. I listen to that a lot more than the original. Like when I do want to hear that song, I typically go to the Nirvana cover.
I was listening to a cover from Unplugged just earlier when I was trying to figure out like something. Because I like looking through Spotify playlists of covers just to see.
Yeah.
And I didn't know who sang the original because I'm not a huge Nirvana fan. Not because I don't like them, but because I've just honestly never really like gone down that rabbit hole.
Yeah.
But there's this song, and I didn't know who sang the original, and I didn't Google it, but it was good. It was something about Jesus.
Oh, that one is by who sings that song? God dang it.
Jesus. I know people are probably listening like, bitch, it's this song.
And I can't look at my phone, and it's I can't believe I don't know it like immediately. Like
Jesus doesn't want me for a sunbeam.
Is it Neil Young?
Okay, so it's called Jesus Didn't Want Me for a Sunbeam, or doesn't want, let's see.
It's not Neil Young, is it?
Let's see. Wait, is it a cover?
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay. It's a song originally recorded by the Scottish alternative band called the Vaselines.
The Vaselines. Okay, yes, okay. He loved the Vaselines.
Okay, yeah, I haven't listened to the Vaselines, but I was like, who sings this? I really liked that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That whole album, the Unplugged Nirvana album, is so good. And it's a lot of covers, obviously. Well, a handful of them. But I think The Man That Sold the World is probably like the bigger of all of them that gets played on the radio still. I hear it all the time. But I really like that one.
It's so dark in here.
I know. I look at me. It's gone from daylight to like
now
yellow.
It really looks like we're in the fucking basement.
I can't, like, sorry. It's very. Anyways, we talked about our songs, Will Smith, and everyone's dream covers, and it's nighttime.
We didn't talk about our boobs, so I think we should stop.
Good job.
Before we my big juicy mommy milkers. Just kidding. We're going down another direction we shouldn't do.
Did you say erection or direction?
Get your mind out of the gutter.
Sounded like you said erection.
It did. Well, guys, thank you so much for listening to today's episode. If you've made it this far, congratulations. You will be blessed.
Yeah, I'm surprised when people like literally listen to the whole thing.
There are a handful of people.
There are. That's cool. I really like that.
But also, wait, let's subscriber check.
We have like 20 or something like that.
Honestly, yeah. I'm like, how the fuck does that happen? Not interesting. 21.
Ooh.
That's a big deal because I didn't think.
When's the money gonna start rolling?
Literally never. We cannot get. That's what people don't realize. We can't get monetized for our shit, even if we want to. But anyway, that's another topic. More money, more problems. Am I right?
Right. So we're just gonna stay.
Oh, wise proverb once said. Thank you guys for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I mean, if you want. And listen to
Do
us.
it.
Just, I don't know, be our friends.
Somebody messaged me. I don't remember who it was. It was somebody that was just like, hey, I don't know, someone I don't really chat with a lot. And they said that that it sounds like they're listening in on two friends talking. So they like it for that reason. And I'm like, but it is that.
No, someone said, and I forget who it is. I know they're an active listener because they always say something like every single week.
Is
it
it
makes
Final
me
Drinks?
happy. No, but I love him. He's so nice. We were supposed to go shopping for records like months ago. He lives in
The
Sacramento.
Bay? Oh,
No, he
okay.
lives up north.
Oh,
but,
in Sacramento.
or Napa. I don't know. But my man's always, when he says Final Drinks, that man he's not lying. He's always drinking. But anyway, what was I gonna say?
Anyways,
No,
someone said what to you?
they said that we're ugly. Just kidding. They said that the
You know that's not true. Come on.
no, we're the hottest bitches in the world. They said that they like our chemistry. Yeah. So we should date now.
It's untouchable. Yeah. It's like you can't pay for that. So
Yeah.
anyways,
Anyway, thank you guys for watching.
thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.